Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises due to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kadash. All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are well. Salutation to the elect, the brother Parathum,
the brother Yonathan.
And today we're just going to go on a quick lesson on what's the title we have?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. All right, and you know, me and the brother was just discussing, like, yo, whatever you're going through, you know what I mean? If you review your life, the Lord always got our backs, man. All right, at the end of it, man, the Lord got our backs, man. And this is just part of the process. All right, there's no need to panic. All right, when you get into like different situations, man. All right, these are the conditions of the battle. All right, at the end of the day, we go through it, and at the end of the day, the Lord, hey, man, he brings us out of various situations, man. All right, brothers still got roofs over their head. They eat every day. All right, you got a couple dollars coming in. The Lord take care, you know, of his men. All right, so guess what? You might be going through the fire. All right, you might be messed up for a little while, but guess what, man? At the end of it, it's for a reason, and a lot of times at the end of it, you come out stronger, man. Okay, so we're just gonna go. It's gonna be something quick. We're gonna start off at Sirach chapter 2, verse 1, a oldie but goodie. All right, so Sirach chapter 2, verse 1, and it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Yeah, that's right. So once you come into this truth, and you know, you made up your mind, you counted the cost, which really is the Lord that chooses you. We don't choose the Lord. But once, you know, you acknowledge that you're going to do the work, you know, you want to be out on the highways and byways, you understand you got to do that for your salvation. You got to understand that you're going to be tempted. You got to understand that now, pretty much, you open up to the spiritual world.
Right.
You know, you understand the truth. You understand right from wrong. Before, when you was in the world, you didn't know right from wrong. You was still being tempted, but it wasn't as much of a temptation because you didn't really know, well, that's actually the Lord that killed me for this. Or, no, this is offensive to Yahweh Shemel. So now that you came into the truth, you got to be ready to deal with all type of mental tribulations. Your family's going to come against you. Your woman might leave you. You might lose your job. You might have a hard time getting work for a year.
Right.
Or longer. You know, it just depends. Every man, remember it said, if you come to serve, they said, my son.
Right.
We all sons of Yahweh Shemel Shah, but the Lord deals with us all differently. So every brother's situation might not be the same, but in the end, it still has the same sentiment, which is the Lord is trying you.
Right.
All right, he's testing you. He wants to see if you faithful. He's already proved he's faithful. The Lord don't got to prove to us he's faithful.
Right.
He's already done that. Now we the ones that got to prove to the Lord, well, I'm not going to give up. You know, I'm not going to go back into the world. I'm not going to forsake this. You know, I'm going to stay faithful to this truth, even if my life is in shambles.
Right.
I'm still going to serve you, Lord.
Yeah. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
So you got to set your heart aright. So that's a part of what? Like I said, counting the cost. You coming into this truth, you got to understand that everything ain't going to go your way, man. Right. Everything's not going to go the way that you want it to go or you expect it to go. And even if you think, oh, this is the best way that, you know, this is how I'm going to get the best outcome. No, the Lord knows best, man.
Right.
He knows that, well, at the end of that route, eventually that would have led to your destruction. So I'm going to save you from it, and I'm going to take it away from you now. So you got to be in the spirit of constantly enduring, meaning endure means to be made hard. That means whatever situation you going through as a man, it may be hard, but guess what? You harder.
Right.
Because that's why the Lord got you going through that. You're harder than that situation. You can overcome that through Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You wanted to say something?
No, and it says constantly. So the word constantly is continuously over a period of time, man. So this is like it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing process, man. All right. You know, it's an ongoing thing. You might be, hey man, you might be good for like 6 months of the year, and another 6 months, hey man, you might be fucked up, man. All right, it's not going to be continuously smooth sailing, and it's not going to be continuously rough seas.
Yeah, overbearing.
Right.
Because the Lord, he said old temptation that's common to men, roughly paraphrasing, 1 Corinthians 10:13.
Right.
He said, but he makes a way to escape the temptation.
Right. That's right.
So you get out of one situation and you get a little breather. You know, you get your head above the water for a little. You can take a quick breath. Right. And then you're going right back under because you got to constantly endure. So that means you get over one scenario. Well, guess what? Another situation is coming now.
Right.
You're not just off the hook. It's not like we didn't prove ourselves until we get on the ships, bro.
That's right.
That's when we know, like, I'm
Mm.
the elect. Like, I
Right.
overcame everything through Yahweh by Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
So it's
That's
gonna
right.
be one thing after the next in this truth, man. It's never gonna be you just settled and all right, that's it.
Right. And another thing, like, hey, you might go through a situation, all right, and you might get past it, and guess what? It might come back. You know what I mean?
that
But
happens
now
too, yep.
you know how to deal with it.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now you know how to deal with it. You have
Right.
that wisdom, you have that knowledge, or whatever it is. You know what I
right.
mean? How to deal with it, man. So
Good, bro.
we a lot of times, man, we gotta learn tough lessons in this truth, man.
Right. That's right.
You know what I mean? Hard lessons, man.
Mhm.
All right.
That's how we get built up.
Yeah, that's right. So it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble.
Yeah, so making haste in the time of trouble, another word for that is like panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you feel like I have to do something to get myself, like, what's going to happen? What am I going to do?
Right.
You know, that's you
right.
panic. You're making haste in the
Right.
time of trouble. You're not just sitting there and saying, wait, I just trust in the Lord like I always have been.
Right.
And that has never failed me. Trusting in the Lord has never failed me. I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still, you know, right now we on the way to camp.
That's right.
With everything
That's
we
right.
got going on in our life, we still on our way to camp to serve and glorify Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And we
That's
doing
right.
a video on the way. Not
On the
like we
way.
boasting. I'm not boasting in
Right,
that.
right,
But just
right.
showing, that shows you the Lord is still with you.
Yep.
You
yep,
still
yep.
got the ability to teach. You could do your lessons. You still know the breakdowns.
Right.
That's all we really need.
Yep.
Because
yep.
guess what? In the time of Jacob's trouble, we think we going through something now. It's going to be even worse, bro.
This is the pop quiz before the
There you
real test.
Yep.
All right. So it says what?
Read that again,
heart. No,
Salaki,
yeah.
yeah.
It says, set thy heart aright. Oh no, verse 3.
read that, yeah, you
It says,
read that.
cleave unto him, and depart not away. Am I reading this right?
Read the part where it says, hasten, don't haste.
All right, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble.
And make not haste. So you got to just be calm. There's a scripture that says, be still.
Right,
You just trust the Lord. You trust the process, man. You don't haste. You don't try to figure it out on your own.
right,
The
right,
scriptures say, don't lean to your own understanding.
right,
So whenever we're going through things, brother, you gotta always be spiritual and be wondering, what is the Lord showing me? What am I lacking that I don't have that I'm gonna need for the future events, for Jacob's trouble that the Lord wants me to have?
right.
And that's why He's putting me through this, because there's something I'm missing.
Right.
It's all love. At the end of the day, the Lord is not doing none of this to destroy us. He ain't just gonna put us in a situation and walk away,
Right.
and then we just fucking fold.
The scriptures say of the Lord, He chastens who He loves, man. All right, the Lord chastens who He loves, so you gonna go through it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say, how do
What son is it that the father doesn't chasten?
Right,
He's a bastard.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Not the father don't love you if he doesn't test you like that and put you through that.
Right, that's right. So it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Yep.
All right, so it says, cleave unto him and depart not away. So guess what, man? You're going through it, man. Hey, man, you don't go back and do some worldly shit.
Yeah, you don't regress.
All right, yeah, you don't regress, man. The ways of the world gonna lead to your death, man. No, that's a
Right,
fact.
yeah,
The ways,
that's right.
the ways of the world. You know what I mean? Oh well, I think I could go make this play, and nah, bro. All right. Hey man, you depend on the Lord. You get closer to the Lord,
you
man.
send up some
All right, you
praise.
send up, yeah.
The Lord will put it in your mind what you got to do.
And it says that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, and that's going into the point I just mentioned earlier. Guess what, man? Now you built up stronger.
Yep.
Now that might come back around, and you're not even panicking. You're like, I've seen this before.
Yeah, been here, did this.
Been-
right?
Exactly, been here, done that. Guess what, man? The Lord got us regardless, man. You know.
That's right.
All right. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Right? So whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, man.
Yep.
All right? You got to know, guess what, man? That's coming from the Lord, man.
That's right.
And the scripture we just quoted, the Lord chastens who we love, man. So guess what, man? That's a little, hey, man, these things is, now that I'm speaking about it, it's
feel
difficult.
good.
It don't
Yeah,
feel
it
good,
don't
but
feel good, but-
it's a little gift from the Lord, man.
That's
Guess
right,
what? That's a
that's
little
right.
gift right there, man. Hold
That's
that right
right.
there. Guess what? You learn a nice little lesson right there. You increase at the latter end.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn. It says, yeah. It says, whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Yep. So you're gonna have to suffer. That's what the word patient means. You're gonna have to suffer. But you're being changed. You're being changed. The Lord's putting you in a lower state, then He's gonna raise you back up.
Right.
Like they say, if you up, there's nowhere else to go but down, and if
Right.
you down, there's nowhere else to go but up.
Right.
So that's
right.
the ups and downs in the truth. Apostle Paul said it. I know how to abound. I know how to abase.
Right.
When you read in the NLT, he said, I know how to do with little, Like basically, I know how to survive with just a little bit, efficient, and I know how to have a lot and not basically become
wild,
prideful.
yeah.
And like King David said, if at least I become rich and like blaspheme thy name, roughly perish. I think that's what he said.
Right.
So it's the same thing, bro. You gotta know when the Lord is bringing you low, because something is coming. Like we just read, you're gonna be increased at that last end. You gotta be realizing that while you're going through it.
Yep.
That's a part of being a spiritual man. You gotta know while you're in the situation. Not,
right.
Because if you don't realize that, then it could seem like the end. It could seem like, yo, this is the situation that's gonna take me out. But it's not that. That's not how the Lord works, bro.
Yeah. Now you know you're right, bro. That's a good point, man. You gotta recognize it while you're going through it a lot of times, man.
Yep.
All right. This is one more verse. See that we at camp, right?
Yep.
It says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity."
Yep. So Zechariah 13:8, man. You know, it compares the elect of the nation of Israel to being gold.
Right.
And you have to be tried. You're not just gonna go. You go to the jewelry store, you know what I'm saying, and you see a nice little gold chain and you just pick it up and walk out with it.
Right.
You're gonna test it. You're gonna look at it.
Yeah.
You're gonna. Where's the number? You know, is it 14K? What it? You're gonna do your diligence before you walk out the store and purchase it. So it's the same thing. The Lord ain't just gonna, okay, you coming into the truth. You know, you learn my name. You repented, and now that's it. You saved. Now you still gotta prove that you're actual gold.
No,
and that's the Lord's proving process. That's His process. That's not our process.
Right. And it says, "An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity." Acceptable men is the elect, man.
That's right.
All right. The acceptable in the furnace. So you're gonna have to go through the fire. Anything that you want in this life, man, you gotta work for it. You gotta go through. You hear all these athletes and all these people they do. They gotta go through the fire for whatever they want, man.
That's right.
And as the scriptures say, man, they do it for a corruptible crown. We do it for the incorruptible, man.
That's right.
All right. So we always gotta keep, you know what I mean, that spirit and keep that in remembrance. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, we had the location right now, man. So it's just a quick lesson, man. So we're going to end it off right there. We're going to give all praises due to the Most High. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. All right, and until next time, Shalom. Shalom.